Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a beer courtesy of Scott, so thank you so much. This is from Beachwood Blendery. This is Illuminaire. This is their take on Belgian-style Gueuze with peaches added. So I guess like foo-foon would be the best analogy. Yeah, right? Yeah. It's always weird. It's a little bit different with the, yeah, like a shorter cork than a wine cork, so. Anyway, this is a 2019 blend. Thank you so much. Always excited to try out some of these Beachwood beers. And, you know, ideally I would have a basket to keep this beer tilted. Because what's happening, as you can see, the sediment is sort of collecting here. And if you keep it tilted, it'll stay on the bottom. But I'm never quite scared. And I'll just be gentle to it. I'll just allow the sediment to maybe mix in a little bit when I get my next pour. But yeah, let's dig into this. Beachwood Blendery out of Long Beach, California, doing a, you know, very much American attempt at traditional Belgian style spontaneous brewing. So you can already smell the glass. Looks absolutely beautiful. It comes in a kind of light gold color with a bit of peachiness to it. And I smell all the kind of like fruit and funk already. Yeah. First thing, like just initial like light whiff is to pass by, I get peach rings, like jelly rings, like that kind of like, you know, kid candy that, you know, get the tongs, you're just picking out of all the candies, and one of those peach rings. Funky. It is a little bit of vinegar as well, but it also has that really nice kind of just dirty funk. I mean, I guess some people not very pleasant, but it's horsey, it's barnyardy, like, you know, horsey is not the best word. It's farmy, it's gamey, it's dirty. You know, a horse barn smells pretty nasty. It's a lot of like poop. So yeah, and honestly, yeah, even coming from New York, I mean, one of the cool things thinking about flavor profiles and tasting those is that some people just don't know some flavors, you know, like if you know, I didn't grow up near a farm. I mean, you know, there's some experiences that I had growing up, but you know, if you didn't grow up in a rural area, what would you know what a farm smells like, or what hay smells like, or what manure smells like? But like, and again, I'm from New York, so we definitely have plenty of horses. I mean, I've been near enough horses that just like in New York City, and they literally just like let them poop on the street. And yeah, there you go. And then as you dig in deeper, it's more peach puree. So now less candy, more just like actual like peach puree that you use for a cocktail. Very nice nose, yeah. Acidity in there as well, like a mouth-watering kind of acidity. A little bit floral, a little bit of that kind of like dirty water pond thing. Cheers. Yeah. First off, this beer is quite sour, quite nice. Definitely can possibly change with age. And then the other thing to notice about this beer is that you don't see super hazy. It doesn't taste like pure peaches. It doesn't have that mouth coating note to it. It's honestly, you know, I think the goal is to taste more like foo-foon, which is a peach blended lambic, right? It's not like, hey, this is a sour where we added like 20 pounds, you know, like 10 pounds of peach per barrel, you know, something stupid. But then again, to get the amount of fruit to get into these beers is possible. That's the actual amount, but beer's bone dry. Honestly, this tastes almost like champagne or something. It's so dry. Yeah. Not that like, yeah. So think about it. I mean, I haven't had foo-foo in a while, but thinking of some of the fruited traditional lambics, they tend to, at least for me, seem to have a little bit more fat to it, like at least roundness. They come off like the residual sugar. I mean, granted, the beer is probably like completely dried out, but they come off almost like there's pectin from the fruit or something. And like it's almost like there's some amount of residual quality to the beer that like shows the fruit skin and fruit is there, offering roundness. This here is quite peachy up front. Wonderful peach beer. Wow. I'm getting like really nice aromatic peaches. I'm getting this kind of like biting into a peach ring as well. A little bit of peach puree. apricots to nectar. Like it's all that range of, you know, stone fruit. You know, there's definitely some biotransformation going on with the wild bugs and wild yeast and the bacteria and the yeast in here. So it's complex to a sense. It's not just it doesn't taste like simply peach. You know, there's the stone fruits are pretty close, but it seems like there's other stone fruit added. At least that's what it tastes. The beer's quite nice, but it's definitely not as funky as the nose. So maybe that's like something that needs some time to develop, but or maybe something the peach is hiding. But it's absolutely fantastic. It's really, really, really delicious. But for something that is spontaneous, you know, honestly, I smelled it, but on the taste, like, honestly, it's that pretty of a beer that it doesn't seem like it has the rugged edges of spontaneous fermentation, right? Or not immediately like blind, you know. So it's a very interesting one. If anything, it really has a lot less of the funk and complexity that I'd expect from a spontaneous aged beer, but maybe they've just blended the beer that way where it just comes off a little younger, a little bit more acidic, a little bit more simple. Like it's not simple in a bad way, just like more cohesive. Is that what I'm trying to say? Like, yeah, I'm not trying to give it like, you know, bad notes to it. It just seems like it could be a mixed fermentation beer versus a beer that's like clearly blended of 1, 2, 3. Yeah, right. The goal is to blend this with 1, 2, and 3. Or, yeah. But then again, you're comparing it to Belgium, and that's not the right way. Like, they're making this out of America. So this is Americans' take on spontaneous beer, and this brewery specifically take on spontaneous beer. And it's very pretty. I mean, for, you know, they've obviously put a lot of labor into this beer, but it's very tasty. I'm trying to think of a time and place for this one. Beautifully acidic, well balanced. It's be a good food beer for sure. I'm trying to think like for appetizers, fish, seafood. Oh, I can think it's just like one of those like stupid towers of like seafood. I've never ordered one of those. Like who knows? But it's like crab legs, lobster, blah blah, shrimp, boom boom, clams, raw oysters, all that stuff. Just boom boom boom, on ice. That'd be fun. For dessert, it'd be very good too. Like just razor sharp acidity on this one, a little bit of funk, wonderful complexity of stone fruit flavor. Absolutely fantastic. This beer for me gets a solid 96. Thank you so much, Scott. Absolutely fantastic. Until next time, guys. Cheers. Later.